Today we are at the Maumelle Library. Here are my 5 audience members for the last speech. In today's world, we experience different types of weather. One thing is being a tornado. We live in Tornado Alley technically, which is the south central part of the United States in the Midwest. Tornado comes from 2 Spanish words, one being tornada and tener, which means rotating thunderstorm, which is essentially what it is. A tornado, like it just says, a rotating thunderstorm, they develop within supercells, which are not your typical thunderstorms. They're just, heavy rain, thunder, a little bit of lightning, just nothing big, but these are supercells. And when you look at a radar, they're individual, just little balls looking on the television, and they look really mean, real violent, real nasty, and those cause tornadoes. For a tornado to form in this supercell, though, the supercell has to be 40,000 feet above land and 40,000 feet in width, which is pretty significant. And once that comes together, the tornado will form when the wind shear, that's what has to do with it. When the winds and the thunderstorm come together, they have to go, just coming together. That'll cause a spin in the atmosphere in that storm, and then that causes the clouds to spin. And then the clouds will slowly start to come down to the ground, and then eventually they hit the ground, and then there's your tornado, which will start, just absolutely causing a lot of devastation. The strengths of a tornado, you have EF0 to EF5, which is the Fujita scale. EF0 is just when you have a couple of twigs maybe broken, nothing serious. And you got an EF1 that can maybe take off a couple shingles of your home, and maybe uproot a tree or 2. EF2, just about the same, may just cause a little more damage to the house. EF3, that's what they call major tornadoes from then on, that can destroy houses, pick up cars, and kill people. And then EF4, that's when basically, like we all saw in the Mayflower and Bologna tornado on April 27th, which was an EF4, all the homes had been reduced to rubble, and some places there was nothing, and 16 people died. That's kind of how that is with an EF4. Everything will just kind of be put into a ball of debris and just kind of sit there, and it's just complete devastation. The EF5, they also call this the thumb of God, and that's when there's just nothing left. You just have the concrete slab of the house and nothing is left at all. And how to stay safe: if you or anyone that you love, they need to check on these types of storms. Just make sure you're in the center of your home, away from as many windows as possible, and downstairs, of course. Just stay in the center of your house. Put a helmet on even if you have to, because that's how most people die. Debris hits them in the head or something like that, and then they knock themselves out or die. And you always want to be, like I said, at the center of your house, or you want to be in an underground storm shelter. That's the safest. Above ground's it's pretty good too. But when you're underground, just make sure you've got a chainsaw in case something blocks your door, so you can saw yourself out when you're trying to get out after the storm is over. Or if you can't get out, always have a cell phone that can get reception down there so you can call for help. You don't want to be in a trailer or mobile home, because those can be blown away very easily. EF3 can completely take one of those and crumble it and kill anyone that's in it. You also, if you're out on the highway, don't stay in your car, because that's how quite a few people died in the Mayflower and Bologna. They just tried to stay in their cars. You don't need to do that. Honestly, get out in a ditch. I know it sounds crazy, but the tornado, it's on the ground, and it won't really just go to the ground, go into the ditch, then come back out. It just doesn't work like that. So just get as low as you possibly can, as many walls between you and the outside world, and just always make sure that you do your best to stay safe. I hope with this speech I've helped enlighten you a little bit and educate you more on tornadoes, because they are a big problem here in Arkansas and in the south central, or just the central United States in general. But that's it, and I hope you all enjoyed it.